We are ready for taking a dive. So there could be a couple of agents here that maybe it's your first session. So I figured I'm going to actually cover really quickly the resources that are available for you. And the place you'd want to start is the podcast website. You might want to bookmark this. It is realestateaiflash.com. That's the name of the podcast. It's also the name of the podcast website. If you get here, you'll discover all the resources I do because I have a single-mindedness purpose of making AI approachable and actionable for agents all over the country. So what you want to get from here is clearly, I want to get to the mastermind next and show you all the resources there. I'm working on an AI Academy that is going to give you a certificate at the end of it. And if you do the mastermind, you'll breeze through the academy and get a certificate being AI skilled and using it responsibly. You can join the waitlist clicking here. Podcast episodes are here. You also know they are in Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music. You can listen to them right here for all the decent episodes. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter. There's a Tuesday morning newsletter that goes out about all things real estate and AI. You can subscribe it. There's the wait list. And if you've not joined our Instagram broadcast channel, they're here. Okay, you click that, you join the channel. There's over close to 1,000 people now on the channel, which is where I drop my tips first, and they'll eventually make it to the mastermind or the academy or my newsletter. But if you want to be skilled, join the channel and follow me. Subscribe, here are the things, and if you need to find me, I'm everywhere, but here's the social channels. Okay, so that's what I want to kind of quickly point out. AI Playbook is here. And if you go to the mastermind, here's where you can find all things mastermind. Again, right from a podcast website. Session 5 is here. An hour after the session ends, session 6 will show up here, but you can get to all the sessions, recordings. If you just click the hamburger menu, that's what it's called. You click that, and there they are. Okay, all the sessions are there from session 1. So if you need to catch up, you can. Or need to rewatch, you can. And if you need to send this link to somebody and they can register, they register here, and you'll get all the sessions for all the upcoming first and third Thursdays of every month. I'm going to come to the schedule here very soon before we begin our session. And if you click this, all the assignments are here. As you can see, April 3rd all the way through May 8th. And today's assignment will be posted right after I click end meeting right there, because I want you to be focused on what I'm going to show you instead of actually doing it in parallel with me, because some of you are very good multitaskers. Okay. In terms of the next session in June, right? So let's look at the calendar real quick. I'm just going to take you to my calendar in the interest of time. And actually, you know what? I'm actually going to go to the Zoom link to register, and you'll see the dates here. Okay. So let me just show you. The next ones are first and third Thursday in June, 5 and 19. And if you register, you'll get an invite for all of them. And if you just add to your calendar, it'll just show up. July 3rd and 17th, August 7th and 21st, September 4th and 18th. All through September, we're good. I may change 16th of October because of a major conflict on my schedule, but when I change it, you'll get the updated invite. I'll probably move it to the 23rd. November 6th is good, December 4th and 18th. So it's like first and third Thursdays of every month. It's not every other Thursday, only because July and months of October have 5 Thursdays. So we'll only do 2 sessions a month. And if you stick to this calendar, just add it to your calendar and you will be ready to level up, automate, and dominate. Okay. So let's start the session. So first, last week was all about custom GPTs. We reviewed like 4 of them in your homework. Today, we're going to build on them. And today's the last session of more custom GPTs, because I think 2 sessions is good. We may revisit it based on where AI is later in the year. But I want to introduce you to a couple more custom GPTs today that are beyond what we did last week to build on it and show you how you can work with custom GPTs a bit more proactively and in your main chat, and all that is set for today. So let's take a dive. And in case this is your first session and you have no idea what custom GPTs are, they're just basically ChatGPT for a specific purpose. And you can find them all under Explore GPTs when you log into ChatGPT. So when you go to Explore GPTs, think of this as the app store for your phone. This is your GPT store for ChatGPT. It's the best model for building these custom solutions today. We're not going to talk about what Gemini does. There's some things in Gemini that also give you that, but ChatGPT is by far today for custom GPTs and custom work. It's a great place to start. And many of you probably have at least a free account. If not, what are you doing if you don't have a free account? No, you all have it. I know. Now, one point of differentiation, if you have the paid version, like if you see on my top right, I see the plus. I should probably do a poll at some point. When I did the poll on session one, there were like, I think 70% of our agents that did, or attendees did not have a paid account. I suspect by the time you go through this skill mastermind, some of you have already upgraded, I'm sure. But if you haven't upgraded, you will. And if you upgrade, you can build your own custom GPTs. I will do a specific session on how to build your own. That's a dedicated mastermind session, likely in June or July. But this is about using it. And if you have a free account, you can use it. Okay, so we're going to go into Explore GPTs. And this is where you'll search for them, right? So there's several ones that we have already used. Today, I am going to take REAI. I have short forms for REAI, and that builds in with something else. Type in my name, and I'm going to go to, we did the research prompt creator last week. That's how you sort of built the deep research thing with the disk profile. I'm going to go and show you prompt creator. I have a few here. So I'm going to go ahead. That's it. Prompt creator. Again, this is all in the homework assignment. Don't worry about it. Take notes. And if you click start chat, this is a prompt creator. Now, if you know, when we talked in session 1 or 2, I forget, we talked about what was our prompting fundamentals. What is our framework for prompts? Can anyone post it in the chat? The 2 acronyms, please post it in the chat. Thank you, Adi. 4 peas and rice. Okay, first, Adi gets a virtual prize. Okay, 4 peas and rice, right? Prime, prompt, polish, and publish. And RISE stands for role, input, steps, expectation for the prime. So you can clearly build prompts, right? We've talked about that in terms of putting all of the input into the prompt. But what if you just know what you want and you want a custom GPT that's going to build the prompt for you? That's what this is. So just like any other GPT, let's click that and see what it does. Designed to help you craft high-performance prompts for generative models using a powerful framework called RISE. Okay. Okay. So it does that. But now I wanted to put in, here's what I want to do a prompt on. Okay. And I don't have the wherewithal to just sort of build a prompt. Again, you could do that, but knowing that in the foundation is good. But I'm going to have, so I need a prompt for ChatGPT to write a letter for this scenario. So let's read this. I'm writing a letter announcing I have buyers for a home and sending it to a neighborhood or a farm area. The letter should speak to how the buyers are qualified and are looking in this neighborhood. Create value in the pool of buyers compared to agents that just list the home in this market. So that's just what I want to do, but I need a really good prompt for this so ChatGPT can really give me the output I'm looking for. That's the purpose. Now, can you build a prompt with this and go use 4P and RISE? Yes, but if you have a custom GPT, remember the first goal for a custom GPT is to help you collapse time. So if you keep this in the sidebar, anytime you need a big prompt, just post what you want and it'll maybe ask you a question or two and we'll go through this here. But make sure you click this. I have it in the sidebar already, but you can say keep in sidebar and they will always be here and you never have to go to explore GPTs, find my name and start the chat, okay? And as you can see, I use quite a few, okay? And there's usually 8 to 10 to 12. I'm testing a couple, but some of them are things I use every day. Okay, Let's see what this prompt creator does. Great, you're trying to create a high converting announcement letter to a neighborhood. Here's a RISE formatted prompt. Okay, I want to evaluate this prompt with what we've learned so far, okay? It's not creating the letter, it's giving you a prompt to create the letter, okay? So let's look at this. You're a top producing real estate copywriter who specializes in crafting persuasive, hyper-local neighborhood letters that drive leads and highlight agent differentiation. Now, you may be able to come up with this, but I'm glad it's writing it for you and for us. True? Okay. This is role. True? Okay. You write like a friendly, trusted expert with a track record of success in competitive markets. Geez, this is really next level. Write a direct mail letter to homeowners in a specific neighborhood. Look, this is all, you could have written all of this, but isn't it easy to just spit out what you want and have it use the framework we've taught for P and Rise It? And it gives you the prompt. And it also says examples. Tone should be confident, but not pushy. More like, I thought you'd want to know, not sell now, sell nowhere. So it's giving it guidance, all of that. Look, what it says now is copy and paste this prompt into a new chat to generate your letter. So all you would do, and I'm going to do that now, is copy this right here, all the way up to you are a top producing. I'm copying that with my Command C or Control C on my keyboard, and I'm simply going to start a new chat and pick the model. I mean, if you have a free one, it is what it is, but stay with ChatGPT 4.0. Now I've pasted the whole thing that custom GPT came up with, and I'm simply going to hit enter. And here's a tailored direct mail letter. And let's read this just to see if it's on point. Okay, again, human in the loop, you always tweak it. I wanted to personally reach out to you because I have financially pre-approved buyers actively searching for a home in your neighborhood right now. They've toured several homes and really are ready to make the move, but inventory's tight and nothing currently fits. These buyers aren't browsing. They're motivated, qualified, and zeroed in on the specific area because if it's community feel. Here's the difference. Most agents list a home and wait. I match real buyers with real homes. Again, starting value. Let me know if you'd like to chat, a kick conversation. So if what would it have taken you to write this prompt and then get this letter out in ChatGPT? That is the power of custom GPTs that are built for a specific purpose. In this case, we've reviewed the prompt creator. So that is your exercise number 1. You're welcome to use the same thing in the exercise because I just pasted that in, but feel free to change it to anything you'd want, create a prompt for it, and play with it, and make sure you keep it in the sidebar. That is our GPT number, I suppose at 5, because we've covered 4 last week. And this is number 5. Okay, now let's go to, well, let's do another one with this same GPT, okay? One more prompt. Because prompt engineering is a skill and it's not a technical term. There's my prompt creator. I'm gonna go there again. There I am. And I want to now have it do a prompt to create an email. This is quite common. I mean, a lot of you send emails, but the problem with marketing is we send it from one to many instead of one to one. So this one is specifically about an email to my database where homeowners with 50% equity with a slight nudge to see if they're open to a conversation about selling their home. I need a prompt for this, okay? Most of us are just writing an email saying, write me an email to send to my database, and you'll get a very generic AI. Remember, this journey is about being skilled with AI, not being mediocre with AI. All right, here's the prompt it's giving us, okay? You're a highly persuasive real estate copywriter, especially in direct response email for high equity homeowners. Interesting, nice role there. You understand how to write in conversation. Again, I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I want you to do this in the exercise. These 2 examples are in the exercise. So all I'm gonna do is copy this, okay? And it gives you instructions, copy. Now I'm gonna go to a new chat and boom, paste it. And now it's gonna execute that prompt, which is pretty intense. Subject line, is now the right time to cash in on your equity? Question mark. You might be sitting on more home equity than you think. Here's a low key way to explore options. Preview text. Okay, that's preview. If you use email services that have a preview text, that's applicable. But if it's just regular Gmail, that's not applicable. You just put the subject line, and it's created a really good, compelling, short email. You can also say, give me a 500 word email. It will, in the prompt, it'll tell you that. Uh, no pressure, just a friendly, honest conversation to help you feel informed. Okay. And you can also, by the way, once you start this in the prompt, you can actually have it rewrite it and tweak it, etc., all that. But my point is today is about using Prompt Creator to get to the finish line quickly with good, engaging prompts that deliver what you're looking for quickly. Okay. So explore GPTs, Amy Weltner, as somebody answered in the chat. Search for my name. It's in session 4. Session 5 has it, definitely, because it was all about GPTs. Just search for my name and you'll find me. Okay, that's GPT number 1. Okay, now let's go and start GPT number 2, which is video marketing. Okay. Again, some of you on the call may not be doing video. You should consider doing video. And as you become skilled with AI, AI will make video creation very easy. Okay, so this is what we're doing, Amy, right here. Explore GPTs on the left. You come here, type for my name, and we're going to find video marketing. See more. I got to keep going. Keep going. See more sometimes. Okay, so there it is, video marketing creator. Okay, so the purpose of this, again, if you're wondering what it does, this sort of describes it, but remember, what is the command? What does this GPT do? So if you commit to video, I think this is going to be very valuable for you because here's what it does. Give it the topic you're doing a video on. It'll tell you, it'll give you 5 optimized YouTube title options, each designed to spark emotion and engagement like curiosity, FOMO, or hope. You'll pick your favorite. And it sort of stopped. Let me stop it. Continue on the GPT. Once you pick your title, okay, once you pick a title, let me just try it again. Maybe Sam Altman went for lunch. There we go. Okay, so once you pick the title, then it will generate the description. And here we go. Write a little description for it. And then it'll create YouTube tags for you to post on YouTube, all with just simply a topic for a video. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, all of you do video, whatever video you're doing, even if you have to get, if you're doing video and you're not using YouTube, it's a crime. You really should be using YouTube. Why? Because it shows up in Google search, it builds your brand. We're gonna do a whole session on video with AI. That's not this. This is really more about custom GPTs that fasten the process and get you very good results, okay? So this is what it does. Give it a topic. Okay, so I'm going to paste the topic here. The video topic is recently did a video for our agents here called Stop Selling, Start Storytelling, okay? Where I introduce the AI storyteller GPT. And I simply give it the audience's real estate agents. That's it. Enter. And now it's going to say, give me 5 titles. Curiosity. Why storytelling works better than... Look at this FOMO. I love FOMO stuff. Real estate agents using this strategy are closing more deals. Makes people want to watch the video. Belonging. Want clients to trust you. Storytelling is a secret top agents are using. So pick one, right? It wants you to pick one. So I want to pick the FOMO one. Let's go with this. And now it's going to give me a description, and then it's going to give you tags. And technically, I could just simply copy this, make a few tweaks if I need to, paste it on YouTube for my description, and then here are the tags. And this tags, just so you know, if you do YouTube videos, you'll know this. In the tags, there's 500 characters max. This is programmed to that, so you just simply copy and paste it, and you're done. Makes your video searchable and findable. And eventually, I want to tweak this. It's on my list to do, is to give you even a YouTube thumbnail now that the models are updated for images. So Again, you may not be in YouTube today, but use the video marketing creator so you know how to use it. It exists, and eventually you will be there. And if you build your own GPT, you could make it for something else eventually, but that's another GPT I want to introduce you to today. Um, what is FOMO? Well, Adi, thank you for answering my questions and being my pseudo virtual co-host. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. By the time I get to the chat, somebody's responding. I love the power of community. Okay. The next one's the big one, folks, today. That is the big one. We're going to spend a few minutes on this. You all know ChatGPT's image model. I've said this before, but it bears repeating. ChatGPT upgraded their image model in late March, March 30th, I think to be precise. And just to give you some context, we're going to do a whole session in June, probably the first or second one, that is dedicated to creating images for ChatGPT, which is going to be a game changer. We did the pencil sketch, just a teaser stuff early on that I think Andrea posted that she did that for their clients. But we're going to talk about how do you create really good images with ChatGPT. To help with that, I built an image creator prompt. So if you give it the right prompt and get the right prompt, you can get some really good images. And we're going to build one today, but we're going to dedicate a whole episode on all things images inside of AI. Okay. So, for example, let me show you a few examples of images I built. How would you like to build an image like that? All from a prompt, right? And I have done my presentation several places, and I built this all from a prompt, and I'm going to help you do that in the image session. But today is a little bit of a opening to the image creator GPT, and we'll build a couple of images, okay? And I've done some really good images, and sometimes you have to play with it because it goes off the rails. I asked ChatGPT the other day and I said, if knowing everything you know about me, what would be a book I would write? And it said, that's the book, Rajiv, for you. Okay. Interesting. Fun stuff. Okay. So let's kind of get to now my image creator GPT. There it is. See, I have it pinned over there. What does this GPT do? Same concept. Okay. And it says, I specialize in helping you craft detailed, high impact image prompts where you can create infographics. And we're going to build one today. Okay. So you'll see how it works. It's part of your homework assignment. Posters, diagrams, stylish concept art. This takes a little learning, but this is the closest you'll ever be to a designer without needing a designer. Okay. To get started, here's what I need from you. Who is this image for? What's the message you want to convey? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, and it gives you 3 variations of the prompt, and you can try all 3 and pick the one you like. Okay, but here's the prompt I'm giving it. I want to build an infographic, okay, which is a nice visual, and I'm going to say infographic. Infographic is where there's icons and some text to demonstrate a concept. And the concept I wanted to demonstrate is the reasons you need to hire a real estate professional. That's the infographic we're going to build. I'm saying infographic, and it's going to ask me, okay, what is the title? Great choice, Rajiv. Okay, so this is ChatGPT testing. So I'm going to pick one of these once it stops. You may or may not see response 1, response 2. They're just trying to learn what people prefer. And I am simply going to pick, I prefer this response. Okay. So now it's saying, okay, what is this infographic for? What's the core message? So if you just tell it, and I'm going to paste this, it's in your title of the infographic, reasons to hire a real estate professional, contracts, experience, negotiations, education, and pricing. Again, you can change this, but that's what I just sort of came up with. That's what I want to do an infographic on. I'm going to hit enter. Now it's going to probably ask me a question or two, but here's the brief, and it's now going to give me a really good prompt. Actually, it'll give you 3. Okay, so prompt 1, you can also, if you get savvy, you can give it colors, like brand colors. either Cabernet for Berkshire, whatever colors you want, or leave it open and see what it comes up with. Sometimes a clean slate could be a good one. Okay. Um, prompt one, prompt two. Would you like? Okay, so I'm going to take one of these and let's try to take one of these. And what do you do when you get these prompts? You copy them and now go into a new ChatGPT window and say, I want to give it a specific create infographic, title that in a modern, clean layout. Fine, let's hit enter. All right. And it's working away to create an image. As it's doing that, I am also going to go and capture, because remember, this GPT is designed to give you 3 prompts. So I'm going to, because sometimes you might like what this one produces versus the other one. So I will go back to my other prompt. All right. Okay, where is that window? There it is. New chat. Yeah. Okay, let's see what this thing did. Let me rename this so you can keep track of this. New chat, 3 image infographic. You can rename these chats also since they're easily fine. Infographics for Mastermind. Okay, so, okay, getting started. Okay, sometimes it could even take a minute sometimes. So once that's done, we'll look at it and see if it's any good. But you'll get 3 prompts to create these images. Okay, so let's see what it does here. And I want to give it and wait. See this one, this icon tells you it's still working in case you didn't see that. And when it's done, it's done. It's still getting started. Let me see. There we go. Okay. Sometimes you start refresh. Okay. Reason to hire a real estate professional. Contracts, experience, negotiation, education, pricing. Came up with that. That's the prompt number 1, got you that. Let's try prompt number 2, which is conceptual infographic. Again, different stylistic stuff. The image creator prompt, based on your input, is going to give you 3 prompts for images. You take one by one, copy and paste it, and it will create it. Okay. And as that's doing that, I'm going to go and grab the 3rd prompt. Artistic is the 3rd one. Hand illustrated. This will be interesting. Let's see what this comes up with. Again, you don't have to use all 3, but in the exercise, the part of learning is you know what's possible if you try to do different things. And all your images, by the way, that you create in ChatGPT will be on the library button. So I've created a couple hundred. Okay. And you'll get some really good ones. Okay. As you start using them. And my goal is to help you build good visual content. And sometimes, okay, it's adding details. Okay. Once that's done, we'll paste the 3rd and we'll be in a good spot to see that. Okay. Okay. I appreciate all of you supporting each other in the community because I can't keep track of the chat and run the Zoom as well. But reasons to hire a real estate professional. Let's see here, refresh. It may have been done. All right. This was a little suspect. Okay. You would agree with that. It tried to put icons here almost like in a box, and it's probably getting done with the other 2. I want to skip that. I want to even stop that. I don't need that. I want to paste the 3rd one. And okay, I guess it's insisting that it needs to finish this. You can always open another chat, but I want to see all 3 images side by side. Okay. It added, do you see what it did? This is the power sometimes of human in the loop, so important. 2 experience. One here, one here. I didn't tell her to do that. It just went off the rails, huh? Here's the prompt number 3. So the first one was this, very clean and nice. And this one, off the reservation. And let's look at number 3. But you get the idea, right? It's about engaging visuals, and you can even give it sizes. Hey, I need one for Instagram, because right now they're more like squarish, which is fine for Instagram, 1080 by 1080, but Instagram has changed to 1080 by 1350, I believe, the new sizing. But again, you can say landscape, give it size as you get more sophisticated with all that. But I just want to introduce you to that prompt creator or image creator GPT that would be valuable for you to come up with some really good images. And as it's coming up, okay, here we go. Look at this. This is almost like a sketchy stuff that they're doing here. Let's see. They're trying to create. I'm just refreshing so we can see it sooner. Here we go. Let's see. It's still adding details. Okay, let's give it a minute. Three GPTs we reviewed today, in addition to the four we did last week. We did, what was the first one? Prompt Creator GPT. Next one was Video Marketing GPT. And this one's the Image Creator GPT. Okay. And interesting. Yeah, this is conceptually, this was good. But I like the fact, I think Pencil Sketch, I like the fact that they went, this was, it's sort, I mean, contracts, people know what it means, but adding the subtext, I thought this was probably the cleanest one. Now, if you like this, here's what you could do. You could also, once this is done, you can obviously download it if you like this. You can click edit and have it, like I could click, let me just click on this. And click. Okay, so I could, now that I'm here, I'm seeing this image. I can say, add the back, change the, okay, I always say, this is great. Thank you. Be thankful. You know, we always say if AI goes south, they won't come for the people that say thank you. All right, this is great. Thank you. However, can you make one change in background color to white? Okay, I want to hit that. My ChatGPT is definitely acting up today. All right, okay, so let me go back. I think it's still generating this. How do you like this? This is like, not, it didn't even do a good job of this. It's like, didn't even get the fifth one. So there's a little bit of experimentation involved. It's not going to go to perfect on day one. So I want to click that and paste that in and do the change to the background color. As you know, it was cream. I'm changing it to white, but you can obviously change colors to whatever you want it to be. If you know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing, it could complicate it. And the reason I picked from cream to white, I didn't want to go dark because some of these words have to be changed then you got to give direction to, because it's going to meld all that stuff. So I just made the cream to white, and it will hopefully come back with that. And as that is done, I will show you a neat little trick to work with custom GPTs above and beyond what we have done so far, so you can work faster with custom GPTs. Seems like it's executing my command. Your wish is my command. Some days, that's what ChatGPT tells me. Some days it goes off the reservation. All right, here we go. Reasons to hire a real estate professional. Sometimes I've told it to make one change and one change only. It goes off and makes a couple other changes. But okay, looks like it's doing its job. So, right? So white background, cream background, and I asked her to just make that one change. And it seems like it is delivering on its promise. That's a little nicer and cleaner. Okay, so you get the idea. So you can make those changes. Okay, so let me go to a new chat. Now, remember to access a custom GPT, before you sort of keep in the sidebar, you go to Explore GPTs. Let me show you another trick to get to custom GPTs that you've been using recently or in the sidebar. So if you type the now I'm not actually in a custom GPT like, let me go to video marketing. I'm not in that GPT to use it. I am actually in the regular chat window right here. Okay, you see that? Okay. If you type the @ symbol, it spins and shows you search recent and pinned GPTs. So I could use the image creator GPT, and when I'm done with it, all the prompts are right there, and I can just kill that and back to chat. So as an example, let's do one, okay? You'll get the idea of how you use it. Go to video marketing. Now I'm in ChatGPT, but it is accessing this in my chat. And I will say, what did we tell them the topic was? The video topic was, stop selling, start storytelling, right? I give it that. It's going to access that custom GPT and give me the output right there, okay? And it's going to ask me, what happens when real estate agents stop selling and start storytelling? Okay, so let's just say I pick that. You get the idea. I'm working through that custom GPT's output. Within the main chat window, I give it that. It gives me the output. And once it's done, I click X, and I can access a different chat GPT, custom GPT in the same window by hitting the @ command. So the @ command helps you go from GPT to GPT in one window versus jumping around, okay? It's especially good when you use the image creator GPT. It's going to give you 3 prompts. All the prompts are there, and then you just X this out. Now I'm X this out, I have the prompt. All the stuff up there, copy and paste it right here. Don't have to change windows and jump around. Little pro tip as we wind down session 6 on custom GPTs. Okay, let me stop the share and look. Sherry, the question really is it saving when you X out? It's in the same chat. So it's not, it is going to show you there. So technically it is saving in the same chat. Debbie, we will do a whole episode on image generation from virtual staging to what you can and cannot do at the time of the session, all that. And image AI and images is a full session in June. Don't know if it's June 2 or the first one or the third one, second one in June, but we will do that. The specific changes to text, you could give AI guidance, like let's say contract the subtext. It is all in the prompt. You can say, can you change the subtext for contracts from this to this? And again, play around with that. That is in the homework assignment. So hope this was valuable in your journey. We're session 6. We still got 14 to go. Okay. So incorporate, make sure you do your homework. Let me go through the chats here. I still got 6 minutes. So I'll hang around. You can drag the line. Okay. Thank you, Jim. Wayne, good question. So if you're interested in that, Canva has a custom GPT. Okay, look into that. That's Canva. But today was really about image creation, native to AI. I will address the Canva one specifically in the image session solo. There's so much in images. I could probably do 2 sessions on just images in AI. Today was just one part of it, focus on custom GPTs. So thank you for joining me. Session 6 is done. I will see you on the first Thursday. Listing client remarks, Vidya, you need to watch session 5, please, because we covered that. That was listing descriptions. Okay. Thank you all. And the homework will be posted right after the session. And have a great day, rest of May. Happy Memorial Day. And I will see you in the first Thursday of June. Take care, everybody.